WWE has been airing empty arena shows for over a year now thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. The July 16th episode of SmackDown will kickstart an entire weekend of live events followed by the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. WWE will be looking to make the return of fans to the arenas memorable, with a few big matches and possible returns. The Fiend last appeared at WrestleMania 37 in a one-on-one match against Randy Orton. He came close to victory before a distraction from Alexa Bliss cost him the match. Since then, Wyatt has appeared sporadically in the Firefly Funhouse and has completely disappeared from the ring. Orton too seems to have moved on and is currently part of WWE Raw's tag team division. The WWE Universe has been rather vocal about the Fiend's booking and has not taken his repeated losses too well. Vince Russo recently opened up about WWE's booking of Bray Wyatt. If you can't get a guy like Bray Wyatt over, you need to get out of the wrestling business. You need to find another profession of work. What a travesty. If they are a great talent and you give them shit, you're going to bring them down. No, you have to continue to get them over and over and over. That's what has happened to Bray. You've got writers there that can't write up to his level. They are not capable of it. So what have they done? They have brought that character down. Bringing Wyatt back in front of a live audience could be the right move, as WWE could then steer him in the direction fans want to see him in. The fan response could be crucial in building Wyatt's twisted character further. Daniel Bryan's WWE contract has legitimately expired, which, of course, is why the former WWE champion was recently written off SmackDown following his Universal title match loss to Roman Reigns. Since then, there has been no definitive word regarding the status of Bryan, who over the past year had been arguably WWE's best overall performer and its most popular star, so much so that he worked his way into a triple threat main event match at WrestleMania for the second time in his career. Bryan is a once-in-a-generation type of talent with a history of being a top merchandise seller and a PPV draw, making him invaluable to WWE at a time when the company doesn't have a ton of top-tier babyfaces. While Bryan could parlay his popularity into a fun run in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or even AEW, WWE would be wise to make every possible effort to re-sign him ASAP, because the company needs stars like him to headline live events and to carry the fan-favorite side of the main event picture on Raw or SmackDown. John Cena is one of the biggest names that has not appeared in WWE for quite some time. Cena last competed for WWE on the second night of WrestleMania 36. Since then, the Doctor of Thugonomics has been busy with his Hollywood projects. The Wrestling Observer reported that WWE is currently planning for Cena to appear on their first show back with live fans. Cena is one of the biggest names WWE has ever produced. Now that The Undertaker has retired and Kane is away from the ring, Cena could be the perfect man to welcome the fans back to the live shows. WWE could also look to build a new rivalry for Cena on his first night back in front of a live audience. Cena's return, followed by a match at SummerSlam, could help the company give the fans something big to look forward to. Becky Lynch is one of the biggest WWE superstars waiting on the sidelines. Lynch relinquished her WWE Raw Women's Championship the night after Money in the Bank 2020, and went on maternity leave following the segment. After giving birth to her daughter, Lynch is training hard to return to the ring and reclaim the title she never lost. Current SmackDown superstar Bayley recently spoke about facing the man in the WWE ring sooner rather than later. Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen sometime. We both have some time left here, and we both still have a lot of things we want to do. I'm sure she has a list of things she wants to do, and the last time I think we were in the ring together may have been when I beat her up with a chair, maybe a few times after that, but I'm sure she's ready to get her hands on me, and I'll be ready because I've been doing a lot since she's been gone. This is consistent Bayley right here. No time off for me. I've been making moves, Becky Lynch. Lynch will likely get a huge pop if she ends up making her return to interrupt a heel in front of a live audience. The WWE creative will likely be looking forward to making this a massive surprise return. Brock Lesnar has been away from WWE since WrestleMania 36. While several fans have been waiting for his return, it looks like the Beast will only return when he feels like it. Bobby Lashley is the current WWE champion, and the WWE Universe is waiting for the first ever clash between the two monsters. Lashley is placed atop the Raw roster, and Lesnar seems like the only man who can come back and take the title away from him. WWE legend Booker T also believes that a match between Lesnar and Lashley would be perfect for the two superstars and the company. Brock Lesnar showing up and hearing that music, and Paul Heyman's there by his side, just that picture right there is worth the price of admission. I remember working Big Show and John Cena in the Champion of Champions match. Nobody thought I was going to win that match. If there was money in Vegas on that match, I don't think too many people had odds on Booker T walking out that match, the Champion of Champions. For Bobby Lashley to be in a match somewhere like that, Champion of Champions match, and then actually winning it in a dominant fashion, MVP cutting a great promo on the world as far as Bobby Lashley being the almighty, and then the music hits. That right there, I get goosebumps, something like that I can buy into, that's money. With SummerSlam coming up in a couple of months, WWE could bring Lesnar back in front of a packed crowd after Lashley runs through one of his opponents. A return then will likely blow the roof off the arena if they see the Beast come out to confront the Almighty. A match between the two men will likely be explosive, and WWE could look to bring Lesnar back at the right time to make the return of a live audience more special.